Build the God Squad you've always wanted. InstantMuttCoins.com. Instant delivery, cheapest prices, 24/7 support. Use code CC 15% off. EA tax 10% is covered. Hey, what is going on, Madden family? We are back and we are doing another rankings list. This time it is just cornerbacks. I thought about doing cornerbacks and safeties all together, but we'll make them two separate videos here. You're going to see a lot of cornerbacks missing on the list. And you can sort of rank them where you want. Again, these are cards that maybe they're either too old or they're cards I've never used or played against. If I haven't played against a card, it's kind of hard for me to say. Someone like the Tre'Davious White, his limited edition or Redux. It does not look like a bad card. 88 speed, 90 excel, 88 agility, 88 man, 87 zone. Looks like a pretty solid card overall. But I've just never played against it, and I do not feel comfortable ranking a card that I've played with or played against or heard from with people. Example of a card that's just a little too old. Someone like Desmond Trufant, he was really good when he came out. Now he's just kind of fallen down. Obviously future upgrades on the cards would be really good. Some other cards that we won't be talking about. Flashback Aqib Talib. He's got 84 speed as a 90 overall. Pass. The ultimate kickoff Jimmy Smith, again, just really slow at this point in the game. But when he gets at 93, you know, he could be a pretty good card. Some other honorable mentions. Xavier Howard now gets a power-up. I've heard good things about him. Just not enough to put him in here. And then the Team of the Week, Desmond King. Again, sort of, he's a card, okay? He's a card. Let's take a look. Let's have some fun today. We're going to start out with Willie Brown. And we're not going to have any D's in here, okay? Willie Brown is still a good card. I don't know if you guys have played with Willie Brown recently or just because he's old. He's a little slow with 87 speed, and I get that. But he gets that 90-90 real easy. His agility is a little low with 85, but he's 6'1". I'm still going to put him in the C tier. He's kind of like that bottom level corner that I think people should be having right now. Like if you needed a cornerback 4 or 5 and you wanted someone, you could go pick him up. He's just over 100K. Not too bad. At all. And I'm going to put Chris Harris sort of in there with him. Chris Harris could be a little further up. We could put him in a B tier. I wouldn't hate that. Let me pull up Chris Harris right here for myself. Again, similar stats, 87 speed, better agility. He's a lot shorter, and he's not going to get that 90-90 with man and zone. But Chris Harris always just plays well. He's got high agility. High agility on corners is what we love. We'll put him in there. Again, still a very usable card. Kyle Fuller, I'm going to put him right above here in the B tier. Just a hair above. Just a slight hair. He is 6 feet tall, 89 speed, 89 excel, 87 agility. We're talking lower man, higher zone. If you're more of a zone player, Kyle Fuller's probably more the guy that you're looking for over Chris Harris. I know that there's a big meta that people play with man. Without the man up ability, a lot of times man coverage just kind of plays the same. You can burn Dion on the same route that you could burn Kyle Fuller. So that's sort of why they're going to rank there. And this is just based on my personal use and my knowledge of these cards. Right? If you're a heavy man press guy, Kyle Fuller, not obviously for you. Right? 84 press, 85 man. Not looking too good. Then we're going to put Quentin Dunbar here. Now, not a lot of people liked Quentin Dunbar, and I get that. But he is 6'2" with 90 speed and 93 excel. Low man, low zone, lower agility. But I think he fits the mold right here with the speed and the size. And while he's not necessarily going to have the high zone coverage, which I look for, 85 zone, it feels fine in the game. A little bump to him would be better. He's not a very physical corner, but he does have really good catching stats. He was a receiver in college, so it makes sense to put him here below Kyle Fuller, in my opinion, just below. This is where it's going to get tricky because I really like all the rest of these cards, and I really do. I'm going to put Ty Law as a first card in our A tier. Super, like, he is the definition of a balanced corner in the game. He's got like 89 or 90 everything. Speed, agility, excel, man zone. Super balanced card, which is great. But in the game that we play, balance isn't always the best thing. Balance is also really hard. When you think of a really good balance card, you think of someone like Lawrence Taylor. But at corner, you don't really think of that outside of maybe like a Night Train who can do everything. Otherwise, you're really using specialists, and then you're doing a lot of subs in. Ty Law is a very solid corner. You don't really need to do much with him, but I like him there. Right below him is going to be Champ Bailey. Again, not as balanced. He's not as balanced. The Champ is really good. Champ's a fast card. He plays really well. If I see Champ Bailey in the field, I recognize him. I think more than Ty Law. But I think it's just a speed thing, or maybe it's something in my own head. Champ is still a really, really good corner. Not on my team. Because I'm going to put these other guys right around there. Now, we could have got Champ. I'm going to put Darius Slay down here. And I like Slay. I'm a big fan of big play Slay. He plays well. I want to pull up his stats here to accurately talk about it, because I think it's important. 89 speed, 88 excel, 88 agility, 85 man, 91 zone. He's not quite where these guys are, but I love the way he plays, regardless of what the back of the card says. Okay, regardless of that, that's what I like about Slay. You guys are now going to say, where's Sherman? Now, I don't have Sherman's card up on here, and I want to talk about Sherman just very specifically about him. Based on his speed, he would be low. If you were to play him in a cloud flat a lot of times, amazing. He's got the height, the agility, the zone coverage. I used him before. He was great early on when the speed differential wasn't crazy. You're like 90, 91 speed was really fast. And he was like 86 for your team. It was okay. But now he's like 12 speed slower than someone like Tyreek Hill. I've played against Sherman now, and someone has pressed him with Sherman, and it's a touchdown. So I really like Sherman's card. I was a big proponent of it. I just don't feel like he fits in here. Plus, he's one of the more expensive corners as well. Where do we go now? You could make an argument that all four of these remaining cards are S tier cards. I want to put Jalen Ramsey, the first one of A. Okay. Ramsey, while not the fastest guy in the game, does play better than he should. Consistently. Every card he has in MUT plays better than it should. He makes plays. He does things that are great. I would take him over anyone else on the list up to this point for sure. But I've noticed that he gets phased out a little bit. He's getting a little slow, which is going to bring him down to this tier. And as the game moves on, he may even fall a little farther down the list here, or maybe even down into B tier if he does not get an upgrade soon. Granted, he just got an upgrade. Up next, Pat Pete. Pat Pete plays amazingly well. He does so many good things. I love the way Pat Pete plays. Every year, it's a Pat. You play MUT, you know Pat Pete, Pat Pete, Pat Pete, Pat Pete, Pat Pete. I'm gonna put Denzel Ward a hair behind him. They're like right there. They're super close. Ward looks better on paper. Pat Pete plays better on the field for me. It's close. It's really, really, really close. And I have Ward plays a lot of slot for me because I want that speed in the slot. Whereas I would feel better with Pat Pete kind of on the outside, or Ramsey on the outside. But either one of these cards is great to have. If you don't have Dion, we obviously know where Dion's going to go. These would be the two guys I would have followed up. Put Ramsey in the slot, then bam, you got a really good set of corners. You're obviously going to put Dion 1. Dion is less physical than Ward. Just plays better. He just plays better. It's Dion. I don't know what it is. It's Dion. He just plays better. So I think this is where I want to land with this list. You could really move some of these cards around a lot. I do think that your top 4 really are Dion, Pat Pete, Ward, and Ramsey. I don't think anyone else is in that top 4 range at all. But we probably will. Again, as always with these lists, if you're watching this, this is what, November 15th. This is recorded. This list could be out of date by the time you see it. These cards could be slower. There could be better cards out. So you just got to keep that in mind. I look for high speed. Who doesn't? High agility, which I think is super important, which is when I run Shaker as my physical chemistry. And a combination of the man and the zone. I'm not overly looking at one or the other because I do switch it up a little bit. You know, like Denzel Ward zone. Not phenomenal, but he still makes plays. So that is our list here. Let me know if you guys agree, disagree. If there's anyone that you think we forgot on the list, we'll take a look at them again when we do this again. But I think this is pretty good. Again, there's probably a lot of other guys you could throw in this B, maybe the C tier. But I don't want to just fill up a list with a bunch of cards that aren't very good, because I think a lot of you guys are pretty smart and you understand what you need in a card. Like that Stephon Gilmore from Ultimate Kickoff. We don't need an 85 speed corner. Who's he guarding? Nobody. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm out. Peace.